Dear Candace, I know everything that happens to you. Don't lose hope. If it's not okay, it's not over. Please remember that it was never your fault. Your uncle and stepfather abuse and molest you from the age of 5 until the age of 15. Though you know something is not right, your abusers make you believe that it is your fault. Who would you tell anyway? And would they believe you? Your abusers manipulate you into thinking that revealing their abuse would cause your family immense pain and that your mother would abandon you. To survive, you convince yourself that it is better to pretend that everything at home is fine, and no one is the wiser. In high school, you begin dating and manage to keep your boyfriends ignorant of the abuse your uncle and stepfather commit behind closed doors. You find it easier to maintain the facade that you're an outgoing party girl without a care in the world. You enjoy distractions like going to the mall, hanging out with friends, drinking and staying out as late as you can, just to escape the reality of the abuse you endure at home. I know you wish someone would reach out and rescue you. Out of desperation and maybe hoping it is found, you write a suicide note. When the note is found at school, school calls home, and your stepfather comes to pick you up. They call you into the office with him, and you are so terrified that you miss the chance to expose him. The sexual abuse slowly decreases, and by the summer of 1988, it stops. You are no longer being sexually abused. You feel a new sense of freedom. This is a new experience for you. That summer, you are reacquainted with a familiar face. He piques your interest. You develop strong feelings for him and form a serious relationship. You start to feel normal, but the secret continues to haunt you. You start to trust him and wonder if you should tell him the truth. You love him and do not want to lie to him. With your newfound freedom in your relationship, you find yourself expecting. You are 8 months pregnant and your partner wants to break off the relationship. This is the turning point that forces you to disclose what your uncle and stepfather did to you. His reaction is not what you expected. You feel the shame and blame all over again. You immediately regret your decision. You reluctantly discover your voice and decide that it's time to heal. By the time you are 19, you become a mother of 2 beautiful daughters. You want to provide a better life for your daughters and enter the workforce, so you begin a career in healthcare. Being in healthcare changes the course of your life. You start to realize that your trauma is having an impact on you, both personally and professionally. You are struggling and know you need help. You seek counseling so that you can become a better mother and a better version of yourself. Through therapy, you discover that your healing will be a lifelong journey. You saw survivors being celebrated and that you can find power in sharing your story. In 2018, you attended your second Hope Shining Blue event and watched a friend from church telling her story, and that empowered you even more. That friend from church invites you to become a member of the Aurora Healing and Advocacy Services Giving Circle. During the pandemic, you finished writing your book titled Unspoken, and it is published in November of 2020. 6 months later, you launch your podcast where you talk openly about taboo topics in order to spark difficult and uncomfortable conversations, where you offer a safe place for anyone who has had trauma to be heard. With your book and podcast, you become an advocate. Candace, I want to tell you that your past will not define who you are meant to be. Your faith remains strong. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Although this journey has not been easy, I am here to tell you that even in your darkest days, you wanted to end your life, but the choice not to will bring you more beauty in life than you could ever imagine. You will have to push through financial, relationship, and parenting struggles, and a lot of self-doubt. But you will survive. You will conquer each obstacle in your life. You will raise your 2 daughters. You will watch them grow and their families grow. You will meet so many people that help you along your way. They become your safe haven in all that you do. I am happy to tell you that you will be a proud mother, grandmother, a dynamic healthcare IT professional, an author, a podcast host, a motivational speaker, a life coach, a board member of the Por La Gente Association, the National Foundation of NCAN, and Believe Survivors Incorporated. You look forward to living the rest of your days with passion and purpose. After 51 years, you realize your worth. While you have so much to offer this world, remember, always practice self-love first, and the rest will follow.